We sent another aircraft carrier to the Gulf just to show the Iranians that we mean business. And I'm sure this is going to make a big difference. They must be terrified. At the end of the day, we tolerate this stuff because we stand for freedom. That's the American brand. Don't get it twisted. The American brand is freedom. Operation Freedom. Bring freedom to those people over there. And it's a noble objective. Apparently like 40,000 Iranians have been killed. So I get it. I get wanting to free those people. We, as Americans, have a definition of freedom. We're founded on the principle that we are free from. We were running away from tyranny, from monarchy. George Washington said, I'm not going to be your king. I'll be the president. I will serve at the leisure of the people. He said, I didn't fight this war to become George II, right? I'm not going to be a king. We as Americans are free from that kind of oppression, monarchy, ruled by man. No, it's ruled by law. So we're always talking about that stuff. That's why like the left is always worried about fascism, the fascists, and the right's always worried about these totalitarian leftists. We got an antenna for that, man. The minute we see anything, we're like, what? You're trying to take our freedom away. You're trying to oppress me. You're trying to be my tyrant. Tyranny. But what are we free to do in 2026? Like there's freedom from, and then there's freedom to. And what do we have freedom to do? Chances are, if you're a real regular red-blooded American, you're drowning in debt. So you got to have at least 2 jobs just to service the interest on that debt. So you're not free to go anywhere. You don't have free time. You don't get to do a hobby. No way, man. Most of us are not free to do anything. Not if you got kids, people that depend on you, and you're in debt. How many of you guys own your house outright? Not me. Not me. We sent another aircraft. I'm going to talk to you about health and longevity. What do I know about health and longevity? I don't know. I'm almost 60, okay? I still train jiu-jitsu. I still wrestle, okay? I'm on stage 2.5 hours a night. But you know what I noticed about a year ago? My energy wasn't the same. And then I went on a little TRT, started taking testosterone. Here's the problem. I was taking the wrong dose, wasn't paying attention. I started crying a lot. You know why? My estrogen levels were just through the roof. I finished rolling jiu-jitsu with a bunch of monsters. I spent all my time on my back. The reason my face is discolored like that is because my friend presses my nose into my body. Yeah, that's what happens to me all day. Doesn't matter, that's not the point. The point is, I started telling a regular story and I burst into tears. My buddy goes, you gotta get your levels checked, dude. You gotta go get a professional to look at your blood panel. This is where Merrick Health comes in. I just had my blood panel with them. They specialize in all things peptides, all things TRT, all things supplements. Here's what I love about them. Everybody that works there, everybody that is an owner, literally walks what they talk, lives what they preach. All of them look great. Every single person is jacked. You ever go to the doctor and they're telling you about your health and they look like less than healthy? It's because they study medicine, not necessarily health. Merrick Health studies health. They got peptides, they got TRT, they've got supplements, but the bottom line is it's done scientifically because they use it on themselves, so believe me, they're dialed in. They'll tell you things about yourself you can't believe. I'm promoting Merrick Health. I think they're outstanding, and I'm gonna do these things periodically because I think it's worth it, and if you're my age especially, and if you train a lot and you need recovery, do it right, do it scientifically.
Come on, punching. Yeah, yeah.
Is that Tyson now? Or is that an old video? Those punches were so fast I couldn't figure it out with my eyes. I had to hear it. It sounded like bop 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 bop. 6 punches in under 1 second. That sounded like 6 geese hit a thick and very large window pane at the same time, like they were flying parallel because they were in a conversation like, you guys want to fly south now? Bop, 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 bop. And they just died. I'm a little worried for Jake. I would imagine if Jake sees that, he's going to look at his trainers and go, hey guys, do we have an answer for like what happens if Tyson cuts the ring off, gets me in a corner and bop, 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 bop? Should we maybe drill that scenario? Because I personally would feel a lot more comfortable if I knew what to do if he gets me in a corner and he goes bop 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 with the same speed and ferocity he had in 1995.
Bryan Callen goes off about how much he hates his life, ranting about, oh my God, the money problems. He doesn't own his own house. He doesn't really have freedom. And what is it with him in the jiu-jitsu? It's like, dude, you're 60. I get exercising, but like, what are you planning on getting into street fights or something? You're gonna get into a brawl, Callen? It's so sad. Callen has been cracking for so long. And I get why he's miserable. Look, he got canceled, then got divorced, that I guess that puts him in financial trouble. I know he's got a rich father, but he also has siblings. So I don't know how much of his rich father's money he gets, but like he moved his second family down to Texas. He has to pay his wife alimony and child support every month. Essentially, what he makes for doing the fighter and the kid. I think what he makes 25 grand a month from Shab, and he has to pay his wife like 20 grand a month, or 25 exactly in alimony and stuff. So basically, he just does the fighter and the kid to pay his alimony, which kind of goes into why he puts zero effort into the fighter and the kid. I mean, it handles a bill, but it's not like he gets to use that money for anything else. So everything else is just left up to him, and he can't sell tickets. Nothing works for him. His career is dead because he tied himself to Bappa. He's always depressed about everything. It's a sad state of affairs. See, Callen, as much as he lies about it, would much rather be an actor. Or do that mainly so his acting roles could sell tickets. Because he hates, at 60 years old, having to go to clubs and do club gigs. I mean, that's actually kind of sad to be doing stand up comedy as long as Callen, and he can't even do like theaters or anything. He has to do clubs, like spot shows at clubs that can't even sell them out. Like, he wishes he was back on set of the Goldbergs or his own show or in movies. And he's got the connections too, which I bet is extra frustrating to him. I mean, Rogan's his boy, but not only that, you hear Callen always babbling, my billionaire friends, and I know Todd Phillips and stuff. But his connections don't work for him because of the allegations in Hollywood. So, like, the actor thing is done, and that's really what he wants to be doing, especially at his age. And yet, he's stuck doing a podcast in a fucking storage unit with a redact. Ugh, so sad for Callen. He's not, hasn't even been doing this show lately. I mean, what's he on, another quote unquote vacation? The whole thing is just sad and pathetic. But just listening to him go off about horse shit, all because his life, he hates it because it's friggin' the alimony payments and everything. It's never enough money for him. But let me know your thoughts in the comments.